Gwen Compton knows every animal that comes through the doors at the Humane Society of Southwest Missouri has its own unique backstory. If those animals could talk, they would share stories about loving homes or abusive owners and days spent playing with their friends. But perhaps no animals in Compton's time as Director of Development with the Humane Society would have more interesting tales to tell than a pair of cats that a Greene County Sheriff's deputy brought to the shelter last month after one of their owners was stabbed to death and the other was charged with murder. The cats belong to Claudinea Dee Dee Blanchard and her daughter Gypsy. Moo Moo is an overweight short-hair black and white house cat. Boo Boo is slender with long black hair. Both are female. Deputies found the animals outside of the family's home on North Volunteer Way in the days after discovering Dee Dee's body. When there was no room at animal control, the cats were brought to the Humane Society, where one of them is still waiting for her second chance. Every animal that comes in here, they all come in here with a story, Compton said. All animals, whether they are coming in from a stressful situation or whether they are coming in from a happy home, they all bring in their personality or their baggage or anything else. Compton said, Moo Moo's story has a happy ending. Moo Moo, the more outgoing of the pair, was adopted after just a few days at the Humane Society, taken in by a family dealing with some personal issues. Moo Moo has adjusted well and is helping a young boy cope with a recent trauma, Compton said. The timid Boo Boo, however, is still sitting in a small compartment at the Humane Society. She rarely leaves a bowl in the corner of her room and has yet to catch the eye of anyone looking to adopt a cat. Skittish is a good word, Compton said. Our goal is to take any surrendered animal from any circumstances and try to work with it and make it become an adoptable animal that would like a happy home. Court documents suggest it was not a happy home that Moo Moo and Boo Boo left last month on North Volunteer Way. The Blanchard case has gained national attention and prompted thousands of people across the Ozarks to come up with their own theory of how things played out. The case started when an anonymous person posting on Facebook claimed responsibility for killing Dee Dee. What followed were revelations that the wheelchair-bound Gypsy can actually walk. The mother may have imprisoned the daughter, and the family was running a long financial fraud scheme. Sprinkle in some bizarre activity on a Christian dating website and a murder weapon mailed from one state to another, and the Blanchard case has the makings of a Law and Order episode. Moo Moo and Boo Boo, who had different names when they were with the Blanchards, probably witnessed plenty that would help investigators sort through the case, but they will never be able to tell anyone what they saw inside that house with the tinted windows. Compton said the workers at the Humane Society can't help but wonder if Boo Boo's cowardly demeanor is the result of witnessing a violent murder and all the activity that followed. You have to ask the question, Compton said. Was Boo Boo traumatized by something she saw? Philip Brown, a veterinarian with the Animal Care Center in Springfield, said it's entirely possible. You often see these animals go through 1 or 2 year grieving period, just like people do, Brown said. Not only do you have the death of an adult, but you also have a separation of 2 cats. Brown said all of the lights and commotion associated with the investigation would have been a lot for Moo Moo and Boo Boo to process. Brown said it will take some time for Boo Boo to get acclimated wherever she is adopted. These animals can get very, very upset because their whole life just became topsy-turvy, Brown said. It is going to take a real dedicated, a real loving person that really wants to work with these pets to see that they get the best that can be had for them. There is a commonly used photo of the Blanchards where Gypsy and Dee Dee are holding a small dog. Compton and some of the family's neighbors were unaware of any dog they may have owned. Compton said she hopes Boo Boo will end up with a loving family, but the best way to ensure the quality care for your pets is to make plans in advance. This provides a great example that all people should make plans for what might happen to their animals if anything happened to them, Compton said. This is the extreme and very sad and disappointing case. But people need to have a plan B for dogs and cats if something happens. Anyone interested in adopting Boo Boo or any pet is encouraged to visit the Humane Society at 3161 W. Norton Road in Springfield or call the organization at 833-2526.